Boss fired me in Boise for overzealous plans. My designs were his deal and then. If this story stirred something in your heart, give it a like, share your thoughts below, and subscribe to Revenge with Luke, where every story reminds us that pain can lead to power. My boss fired me for flagging faulty bolts at the site. He called me overzealous, then pitched my safety designs as his own. That was the day I stopped being his foreman. I'm Garrett Winslow, 47, the guy who's kept Boise's skyline standing for 22 years. As lead foreman, I didn't just manage crews, I forged trust. My safety protocols slashed accidents by 85%. My team's hustle brought in $12 million last year, and our firm's now worth $70 million. Life was solid. A split-level house in the Boise bench, a '73 Chevy pickup parked out front, and weekends grilling with my cousin Hank by the Snake River. No wife, no kids, just blueprints, bourbon, and a reputation I'd earned. My latest project, a 12-story retail hub downtown, was my pride. 0 injuries, 15% under budget, and a frame built to withstand a 7.5 quake. I wasn't a tycoon, but I was steady. My designs were my blood, until Durbin decided to spill it. KC-50 stormed in as CEO in July 2025, a corporate raider from a failing Seattle outfit. Polished boots, sharper ego with a smirk that screamed control. The board called him a visionary, but I saw a vulture circling. Our first meeting set the stage. "Garrett," he said, sprawled in his glass-walled office, the Boise skyline glinting behind him. "Your safety checks are tight, but they're slowing us down. We're chasing deadlines." I pushed back, calm but firm. My protocols saved lives, cut lawsuits by $2 million last year. Numbers didn't lie. He waved me off his Rolex, catching the light. "Safety's not profit, Winslow." That was the first jab. I didn't know he was sharpening a blade. 2 weeks later, I'm on site, the morning air thick with dust, inspecting girders. My lead welder, Tucker Vance, flags me down. "Garrett, you see this?" He points to a stack of off-spec bolts, grade 2, not the grade 5 my plans required. My gut twists. These bolts won't hold under stress. I order a stop and fire off an email to Casey attaching photos of the substandard pile. His reply lands in minutes, cold as steel. "Handle it quietly. No delays." Quietly. I've buried men under shortcuts. I loop in the site engineer, April Kendall. April 34 is razor sharp with a surveyor's eye and a fire in her dark eyes that burns through bullshit. "This is reckless," she says, her voice low, backing me. We document the bolt's serial numbers, timestamps the works, and send a report to the board demanding a supplier audit. No response. That night I'm at my house, the Boise skyline flickering through the dusk, a ribeye sizzling on the grill. Casey's silence isn't a glitch, it's a play. Next morning I'm back the site, humming with cranes. Tucker pulls me aside, his face grim. They swapped the rebar grade. Cheaper stuff untested. My jaw clenches. This isn't a mistake, it's a pattern. I grab my phone log, 18 violations. Cracked scaffolding, frayed wiring, now this. I file an OSHA report, copying the board, my fingers steady but my pulse racing. Casey calls me in by noon, his office sterile, the air heavy. "Garrett, you're stirring trouble," he says, his voice smooth as venom, leaning back in his leather chair. "We're streamlining, not cutting corners." I meet his stare, unflinching. "Those bolts fail, men die." He leans forward, eyes hard as flint. "You're too intense, Winslow." The air crackles, his smirk a knife. I walk out, my boots heavy on the polished floor, the weight of the site on my shoulders. Friday night, I'm at the Iron Horse, our crew's dive bar, the jukebox humming low. The vibe's sour. Tucker's nursing a lager, April's scrolling her phone, her dark curls catching the neon light. "Casey's freezing us out," Tucker mutters. Board's eating his pitch. I slam my glass down, bourbon sloshing. Then we make them spit it out. Doubt creeps in, though. Casey's not just sidelining me. He's erasing me. My phone buzzes, a text from an unknown number. Check Casey's tablet. "Site office tomorrow, 4 My pulse spikes, the bar's dim light casting shadows. A tip. A trap. I show Tucker, his eyes narrowing. "Could be real," he says. April's skeptical, leaning in her perfume, sharp. "Or Durbin's baiting you." I don't sleep, the text a live wire in my brain, the Boise night pressing against my windows. Saturday I'm at the site at 3:40. The air cold, my breath visible. The office is a tomb, but Casey's tablet's glowing. I use an old crew code, call it a habit from hungrier days. I pull up his files and find my safety designs rebranded as his pitch to investors for a $20 million deal. My blood boils, the screen's glare burning my eyes. But there's more. Emails with his Seattle ally, Miles Durbin, Apex Constructs COO. "Winslow's a liability. Neutralize him," Casey writes. My fists clench. Neutralize. I've carried this firm for decades. I copy the files to a USB, hand steady but rage coiling like a spring. Back home, I'm pacing the USB, a live grenade in my pocket. Hank's over his mechanic's grit, reading my mood. "Garrett, you're a storm," he says, tossing me a beer. his flannel sleeves rolled up. I want to spill Casey the bolts, the theft, but his kids are playing in the yard. Their laughter filtering through the window. I choke it back. Work bullshit, I mutter, the bottle cold in my hand. He claps my shoulder fierce. You don't fight alone, man. His words hit, but the storm doesn't quit. I dive into Casey's emails, finding a thread with Miles. Winslow's OSHA report could tank the deal. Bury him! Bury. The word chills me, the Boise skyline, a silent witness through my window. This is war. Monday I'm playing the good soldier, but Casey's escalating. He calls a crew meeting, all charm, his boots gleaming under the sight lights. Folks, we're fast tracking. Trust the vision. My guys look to me, their eyes searching for a signal. I stay stone-faced, my jaw tight. After Casey corners me near the cranes, his voice low. Garrett, I need your buy-in, no stunts. His tone silk, his eyes daggers. I nod cold as the steel around us. Whatever you say, Casey. He misses the edge in my voice. Mistake. That afternoon, April pulls me into the site trailer. Her perfume cutting through the dust, her voice urgent. Garrett, I've got something. She hands me a second USB photo, specs my designs embedded in Casey's investor decks. He's been lifting your work for weeks, she says. Her eyes blazing, her hand brushing mine as she passes the drive. My blood runs hot. My plans stolen. Why now? I ask, my voice low. She leans in close, her breath warm. Because I'm done watching you bleed. The air shifts electric. But I pull back, gripping the USB. This fight's about justice, not heat. Tuesday, my site badge is dead. Security's waiting, new guy Vince with an HR letter signed by Casey. Termination effective immediately. Obstructing progress. My vision blurs, the paper trembling in my hand. Progress. I saved lives. I don't argue. I walk head high, but my guts ablaze. In my Chevy, the engine rumbling, I call Tucker. He's on site, says Casey's spinning lies about safety failures tied to me. Failures. My designs were bulletproof. I drive to a diner, the neon sign buzzing, and open my laptop. I've got photos, logs, everything. Then I find it, an email from Casey to Miles sent last night. Winslow's gone. Push the deal. My blood boils, the diner's coffee turning bitter. He didn't just fire me, he's burying me. That night I meet Tucker and April at the Iron Horse, the bar's wood-paneled walls closing in. They're pissed loyal, ready to burn it down. Casey's trashing your designs, April says, her voice sharp. Apex's specs are your protocols tweaked. Tucker slams his beer down, foam spilling. What's the play? I lean in, voice low, the USB heavy in my pocket. We don't just save my name. We torch Casey's scam. I show them April's files, the evidence. Tucker whistles. That's fraud? April's thinking bigger, her eyes locked on mine. We need the board. Or OSHA. I nod, the bourbon burning my throat. First we need leverage. Wednesday. I'm at a park. The Snake River glinting nearby, meeting Clara Holt, the board's skeptic. She's cautious, her scarf fluttering in the breeze. I hand her April's USB photos, emails, my designs, and Apex's pipeline. This is Casey's game, I say, my voice steady. He's cutting corners, selling my work for a cut. Clara takes it, her eyes sharp. If this checks out, Garrett, you've got me. If not. She trails off, her heels clicking as she walks away. I stand there, 22 years of sweat on my shoulders, the river's rush echoing my pulse. Casey thinks he's won, but I'm just getting started. Thursday dawn, the anonymous text, check. Casey's tablet is a blade in my chest. I'm Garrett Winslow, 47, fired from the Boise firm I carried for 22 years, my safety designs stolen by Casey Durbin, the CEO, who called me overzealous. April's USB loaded with proof of his theft is my ammunition, but it's not enough. Casey's not just erasing my work, he's torching my name. My Boise bench house is a fortress, the city skyline, a cold witness through the morning fog. This fight isn't about my job, it's about my soul, and I'm tearing it back. I'm up before the light coffee black, diving into Casey's digital shadow. Using a backdoor code from my gritty startup days, I crack his cloud drive. His emails with Miles Durbin, Apex Constructs COO, are brazen. Winslow's out. His protocols are ours. Close the deal in 10 days. My blood boils. My safety designs, my life's work, rebranded for Apex's crumbling empire. I dig deeper, finding a wire transfer $800,000 from Apex to a Boise account under Casey's alias Caleb Dunn. A kickback reckless and damning. I encrypt it, stashing the drive in my toolbox, hands steady but my gut ablaze. Casey's not a thief, he's a criminal. At 6:30 a.m., I call Tucker Vance, my lead welder. He's on site dodging Apex contractors, mangling my protocols. Garrett, it's a shit show, he says, voice low. Clients are jumping ship, scaffolds are creaking. My designs, $12 million in revenue, gutted by amateurs. What about April? I ask. Tucker pauses. Kendall's missing. Said it's family. April Kendall, my engineer who'd crawl through rebar in a storm, ghosting us. My instincts scream betrayal. Watch her, I say. And Casey. Tucker grunts. Done. I hit the firm's project logs hunting Casey's tracks. Their fake consulting fees to Apex buried as site expenses tied to April's login. My chest tightens. April, my right hand. I text her. Meet me. Now. No reply. My mind churns. Casey's turned my crew against me. I pull up the server logs, finding tampered specs timestamped to April's late-night sessions. He's planting violations to pin on me. This is a revenge story and I'm the mark. Noon. I'm at a dive bar off Chinden meeting Rory Tate, 49, a private investigator with a nose for corporate rot. He slides in, eyes sharp as flint. Garrett Casey's got a fixer, Silas Kane, ex-corporate muscle. He's sending your texts. My pulse spikes. The tip the frame job a machine. Rory hands me a flash drive. Kane's client logs. Casey's paying him to paint you as a saboteur. I pocket it, jaw clenched. Kane's angle. Rory leans in, voice low. He's forging invoices, $400,000 fraud, all pointing to you. I nod, the game clear. Casey's not just stealing my designs, he's stealing my life. Back at my house, Hank's there, his mechanic's grit reading my mood. Garrett, you're a damn hurricane, he says, cracking a beer, his flannel sleeves rolled up. I want to unload Casey, April the fixer. But his kids are outside, their laughter cutting through the Boise dusk. I choke it back. Work bullshit. I mutter, the bottle cold in my hand. He grabs my arm fierce. You don't fight alone, man. His words hit, but the war's in my head. I hack Apex's server, old skills razor sharp, and find a jackpot. My safety protocols rebranded as Apex Fortress, set for a $18 million rollout. Worse, there's a dossier. My morning runs Hank's garage hours, my Chevy's plates. My blood runs cold. Casey's not just after my job, he's hunting my life. I'm about to call Tucker when April texts. Garrett, I fucked up! Meet me at the old rail yard, 6 p.m. No details, just desperation. My gut screams trap, but April's family. I grab my keys and roll. The rail yard's a skeleton. Rusted tracks, gravel dust, Boise's ghosts fading under the sunset. April's waiting, pale hands jammed in her jacket. Casey got to me, she admits, voice raw. Offered to cover my sister's hospital bills if I tweaked your specs. My fists clench. April, my partner, sold me out. Why? I snarl, stepping closer. She meets my gaze, broken. I was drowning, Garrett, but I held back the worst. Her breath catches the air heavy. What's his next move? I demand, voice ice. She swallows. He's meeting Apex tomorrow night, sealing the deal. Private club. The Silver Vault. I nod, rage coiling. You're with me or you're done. She nods, tears falling her eyes, pleading. Trust's shattered, but I need her mind. Friday morning, I'm at a diner, the coffee stale, plotting. Hank texts. Found dirt. Casey's dodging taxes buddy at the city saw his filings. My cousin, the silent warrior, digging for me. I call Rory. Need a way into the Silver Vault, I say. He laughs sharp. Got a guy, ex-bouncer, hates rich assholes. You're in. I'm not crashing Casey's deal. I'm burning it down. I hacked the Silver Vault's network cameras, Wi-Fi guest lists. It's locked tight, but I've cracked worse. Casey's emails reveal more. Winslow's OSHA report could tank the deal. Bury him before the rollout. Bury. The word sears the diner's neon buzzing in my ears. He's not just stealing, he's erasing me. That afternoon, Clara Holt calls. Garrett, your USB's solid. Apex is using substandard bolts, bad wiring. Why's Casey pushing it? I take a gamble. He's cashing out. Check Caleb Dunn's account. She's silent then. We're auditing Apex. Stay sharp. Adrenaline surges. The board's waking up, but Casey's not asleep. My phone pings anonymous text. Winslow, we know your cousin's fishing spots. Back off. My breath catches. Hank. Kane's hitting my family, the Boise skyline, a silent witness through the diner's window. Friday night, I'm outside the Silver Vault, Boise's elite playground, all chrome and shadows. Rory's guy slips me past the doorman, my borrowed jacket tight. Inside, it's velvet and bourbon Casey at a corner table with Miles Durbin and 2 Apex suits laughing like gods. My blood simmers, but I stay icy, sliding into a booth. I've got a burner phone with April's app, a data sniffer to grab their files. I text Tucker, parked a block away, with a jammer. Go. Their Wi-Fi crashes, forcing them to my rigged hotspot. Emails, contracts, rollout plans, everything flows to me. The club's low hum masking my pulse. The first twist hits like a collapsing crane. A hand grips my arm. I spin, expecting security, but it's April, eyes blazing, no trace of last night's wreck. Garrett, I'm all in, she whispers, her breath warm. Casey threatened my sister's life. I'm done. Before I can reply, Casey clocks us. His face shifts, shock, then fury. He strides over Miles, trailing his boots clicking on the polished floor. Winslow, he sneers, you're a ghost. I stand, locking eyes. You stole my designs, Casey. You're done. April's at my side, unyielding, her presence a spark. The air crackles, the club's elite watching, their drinks forgotten. The second twist lands like a sledgehammer. A woman steps forward, Nora Tate, 45, our CFO, holding a tablet, her heels sharp against the floor. Casey's not just stealing, she says, voice like a blade. He's laundering money through Apex. She swipes, showing bank records. Caleb Dunn, $4 million funneled offshore. My jaw drops. Nora. Here. Her eyes meet mine, fierce. You didn't think I'd let him gut us, did you? I forgot Nora's got Boise's finance world on a leash. She's not just my colleague, she's my ace. Casey's pale, stammering. Lies. Miles bolts, but security's closing in, not for us. Nora signaled a state auditor waiting outside the club's lights glinting off her tablet. Chaos erupts. Casey lunges for the tablet, but April blocks him swift, her shoulder brushing mine. The auditor steps in, badge gleaming. Casey, Durbin, you're coming with us. The club empties, whispers trailing like smoke. I'm left with April and Nora, my pulse a drum. Nora saved me, but April's eyes are cold. You didn't trust me, Garrett. She says, voice low, her perfume lingering. We're not square. She walks out, her silhouette fading into the Boise night. Nora grips my arm. We got him, but victory tastes like dust. Saturday, I'm at my house, the silence suffocating. Clara calls. Casey's suspended Apex is done. We're auditing his accounts. You're cleared, Garrett. We want you back. I nod, but my mind's on April. I shut her out, fought alone, and it cost us. I drive to her apartment where she's reviewing blueprints, her face guarded. I'm sorry, I start, my voice rough. She cuts me off. You didn't see me, Garrett. Not really. I don't argue, she's right. Tell me how to fix it, I say, stepping closer. Her eyes soften just a sliver. Start by showing up. We talk jagged, raw, no guarantees. It's a spark, not a flame, the Boise skyline flickering outside her window. Sunday, I'm chasing Kane's trail. Rory's drive has a lead. Payments to a local blogger prepping a smear piece on me. Kane's still out there, a predator. My phone buzzes, Tucker. April's back, but she's rattled. Found more stolen protocols in Apex's pipeline. I grit my teeth. Casey's gone, but his machine's grinding. I hack deeper, finding a Blackthorn email. Winslow's cousin is leverage. Hit harder. My blood runs cold. Hank's not just a bystander, he's a target. Monday, I'm on site rebuilding my crew. Tucker's rock-solid, April's proving herself, her inspection's flawless. But her distance stings. I text her. Dinner. Us. She replies, maybe. It's not a yes, but it's hope. I'm not just fighting for my designs. I'm fighting for trust, for family, for the man I want to be. The third twist lands that evening. I'm at the Iron Horse whiskey burning my throat when Tucker bursts in. Garrett, April found something. He hands me a tablet, Apex's internal memo dated yesterday outlining a backup plan to relaunch my protocols under a shell company, Pinnacle Builds. Casey's name is absent, but Miles Durbin is listed as CEO. My jaw tightens. Casey's out, but his brother's keeping the scam alive. I call April. You okay? She's steady but tense. I'm fine. But Pinnacle's using your work, Garrett. They're not done. I lean back, the bar's neon casting shadows. Then we're not either. Tuesday, I meet Rory at a park, the Snake River glinting nearby. Pinnacle's a front, he says, handing me another drive. Kane's running their data. He's got to mole someone close. My stomach drops. Close. I trust Tucker, Nora, but April. Her guilt, her absence, it gnaws at me. Find the mole, I say. Rory nods, grim. Watch your back, Garrett. Kane's a phantom. Wednesday, I'm on site cross-referencing Pinnacle's contracts. I find a thread. Pinnacle's funding traces to a Boise VC Horizon Capital, where Owen Reed's sister is a partner. My breath catches. Owen, the board member, who backed my report. The fourth twist cuts deep. He's not just neutral, he's complicit. I save the evidence, my hands shaking, the site's cranes humming outside. This isn't just Casey, it's a syndicate. Thursday, I confront April at her apartment door locked. You hold him back, I ask, voice low. Her eyes flash wounded. You think I'm the mole? She pulls up her laptop, showing emails she intercepted, Kane's orders to an unknown insider, not her. I'm fighting for you, Garrett, she says, voice breaking, her hands trembling. But you keep shutting me out. My chest aches. I misjudged her again. I'm sorry, I mutter, stepping closer. She nods, but the rift lingers. We need to hit Pinnacle, she says, her voice steel. Hard. I agree, the fire reigniting, her eyes locking with mine. Friday, I meet a whistleblower from Horizon Capital, Elise Carter, 41, a compliance officer who smells a scam. She slides me a folder. Horizon's investments in Pinnacle, funneled through offshore accounts linked to Miles. Owen's neck deep, Elise whispers, the park's wind rustling. He's betting on Apex's collapse to cash out. My mind races. Owen's a puppet master. I thank Elise, my resolve hardening. This fight's bigger than Casey, it's a network. Saturday, I hack Pinnacle's servers, finding my protocols in their beta. But there's a fifth twist. A hidden flaw in the specs, not mine, set to fail under load. My heart sinks. Someone inside the firm planted it, and it's not April. I call Tucker. Check Nora's access logs. He hesitates. Nora. She's clean, Garrett. I don't buy it.
Check.
Hours later, he calls back, voice grim. You're right. Nora's been logging in after hours tweaking the specs. Nora, our CFO, the one who saved me at the Silver Vault. The betrayal burns like acid. Sunday, I confront Nora at her office door, locked the Boise skyline stark behind her. Why? I demand, tossing the logs on her desk. She doesn't flinch, her eyes cold. Casey offered me a cut, she says, voice flat. I took it. You're too honest, Garrett. My fists clench. You sold us out. She leans in, her perfume sharp. Join Pinnacle. They'll pay. I laugh bitter, the tablet heavy in my hand. I'm not you. I walk out, her betrayal await, the city's lights flickering below. I'm not just fighting Casey, I'm fighting a beast with 1,000 heads. Monday morning, Clara Holt's call foreman reinstated full control lands like a lifeline. But April's words cut deeper. You keep shutting me out, Garrett. Casey Durbin's suspended Apex constructs is collapsing and my safety protocols are back, but I'm not cheering. My crew's trust is cracked, my bond with April's frayed, and Silas Kane, Casey's fixer, is still out there, a shadow with venom. I'm Garrett Winslow, 47, and this fight's not over. It's a blaze I'm still fueling. I'm on site, the Boise Air Sharp, diving into Apex's wreckage. Tucker Vance is at my side, his jaw tight as we rebuild my safety framework. Garrett, we're holding, he says. Clients are back, but the wiring's shaky. My protocol's $12 million in revenue, nearly gutted by sabotage. I nod, my focus split. April. Tucker shrugs. Kendall's working, but she's guarded. April Kendall, who fudged my specs for Casey, is on thin ice. I spot her across the site, her dark curls catching the sun, her clipboard steady. One chance, I mutter. Tucker nods, but the air's heavy loyalty's a ghost. By noon, I'm scouring the firm's financials, hunting Kane's tracks. Rory Tate texts. Kane's moving. Paid a Boise cop, Ethan Pike, to dig into your taxes. My pulse spikes. Taxes. Kane's scraping for dirt and Pike's a badge for hire. I hack Blackthorn Security's server again, finding a forged invoice in my name, $450,000 siphoned from the site budget. Embezzlement. The frame's tightening and Casey's emails are still active even from lockup. I save it, my gut churning. Casey's down, but his web's alive. That afternoon, Clara calls me to the trailer. Owen Reed's there with Harper Cole, the board's new skeptic. Clara's all business. Garrett Apex is finished. Casey laundered millions through them. We're suing. I nod, but my eyes are on Owen. He's too quiet, his pen tapping. What's the rub? I ask. Clara sighs. Casey's claiming you sabotaged the site, faked the evidence. He's out on bail and his lawyer's pushing a countersuit. The first twist hits like a snapped cable. Bail. After theft, laundering, the auditor bust. Harper leans in. Garrett, we need your protocols online. Take the role or we're vulnerable. It's a deal with thorns. I don't flinch. I'm in. My crew, my designs, no strings. Clara nods, relieved. Owen's eyes flicker doubt or something darker. I'm not buying his neutrality. As I leave, my phone pings anonymous text. Winslow, we've got your cousin's fishing routes. Quit or they leak. My breath catches. Hank, Kane's hitting my family. I delete it, but the threat festers like rust. Tuesday, I'm at my house briefing Hank. He's in work boots, his mechanics calm, unshaken. I found more, he says, handing me a USB. It's a city auditor's memo, Caleb Dunn dodging $5 million in taxes. My buddy at the tax office flagged it, he adds. My cousin, my anchor, digging for me. My chest tightens. What's your play? He asks. I lean in, voice low. Hid his money. His offshore accounts are his spine. He nods fierce. Don't lose yourself, Garrett. His words linger as I grip his shoulder, his strength, my fuel. That night, I'm chasing Casey's offshore trail. Rory's intel points to a Cayman account layered through shell companies. I hack deeper, finding a ledger. $7 million from Apex to Casey, funneled via a Boise firm, Horizon Capital. The name stops me cold. Owen Reed's sister is Horizon's CFO. The second twist burns. Owen, the board's ally, is tied to Casey's cash. I save it, my blood simmering. This isn't just Casey, it's a syndicate. Wednesday, I confront Owen at his office door shut. Horizon Capital, I say, dropping the ledger. He pales, stammering. Garrett, it's not, I cut him off. You're profiting while Casey guts us. Flip or I go to Clara. His eyes dart, but he nods cornered. What do you need? I lean in cold. Feed Casey's lawyer bad intel. Stall the countersuit. He agrees, sweating. I've got a mole, but it's a tightrope. Owen's no friend. Thursday hits like a storm. I'm on site rebuilding with Tucker and April. April's quiet, her guilt a shadow, but her inspections are razor sharp. I pull her aside, the cranes humming behind us. You solid. She meets my gaze raw. I'm here, Garrett. I owe you. I nod, not forgiving, but accepting. The site's stabilizing, accident rate down 12%, protocols holding. But my phone buzzes Rory. Kane's escalating. Drafted a police report, your name on it. Fraud and sabotage. My heart races. The frame's closing. I call Hank. Stay with Mom tonight, I say. Safe. His voice is steady. We've got this brother. That afternoon I meet Rory at a bar off Broadway. He's got a new drive. Kane's comms with Ethan Pike, planning to plant fake invoices in the firm's books. You're the scapegoat, Rory says. Casey's betting you'll fold. I smirk grim. He's betting wrong. I lock out Kane's back doors and the firm's servers, a temporary shield. Back home, April's waiting, her perfume sharp, her eyes intense. I pulled strings, she says. OSHA's raiding Pinnacle tomorrow. Casey's prints are everywhere. I pull her close, her fire grounding me. You're a damn genius, I say. Her eyes warn. Don't shut me out again, Garrett. Friday the third twist lands. Tucker bursts into the trailer. Garrett boards meeting. Emergency. Casey's here. Here. On bail disgraced. I storm to the boardroom where Casey stands, suit-crisp lawyer smirking. Clara's furious, Owen's tense, Harper's avoiding my gaze. Casey's voice is silk. Garrett sabotaged the site, faked the evidence. I'm the victim. His lawyer slides a tablet, screenshots of my server hacks twisted to look criminal. My stomach drops. They've got me spun into a crook. Clara snaps, Garrett explain. I don't waver. Casey's framing me to hide his laundering. Ask Owen about Horizon. Owen flinches, caught. The room erupts, but Clara slams the table. We're auditing Horizon. Now. I walk out head high, but my pulse is a drum. Casey's playing dirty and he's good. I call Rory. They've got my hacks, I say. He curses. Kane's work. End this. He gives a lead. Casey's meeting Pinnacle tonight, a warehouse on Fairview Avenue. Crash it, Rory says. I'm all in. Friday night, I'm at the warehouse, Boise's night air thick with dust. Tucker's with me, April on lookout. Inside, Casey's with Miles Durbin and a Pinnacle exec, voices low over contracts. I've got a recorder, April's OSHA docs, and a burner phone. The plan. Catch them dirty. But the fourth twist hits. A flashlight blinds me. Ethan Pike, the dirty cop badge, gleaming. Winslow hands up. My heart pounds, but I stay calm. Wrong side, Pike. He smirks. Casey pays better. Before I can move, April dives from the shadows, tackling Pike. Tucker grabs the badge. We're not fighters, but we're cornered. Casey's voice cuts through. Garrett, you're nothing. He steps forward, unfazed. You can't stop me. I hold up the recorder, streaming to Clara's server. You stole my work, laundered millions. You're done. His face twists, but Miles bolts, triggering alarms. Sirens wail April's OSHA raid, perfectly timed. Pike scrambles, but Tucker's got him pinned. Casey lunges, but I sidestep, 22 years of grit outmatching his polish. Checkmate, I say. He's cuffed as the raid sweeps in Miles and the Pinnacle exec nabbed. Saturday, I'm home, the house quiet. Clara calls. Casey's done. Horizon's under OSHA scrutiny. You're cleared, Garrett. Foreman's yours. I nod, but my eyes are on April, working at my table, her face soft but guarded. We need to talk, I say. She sets her clipboard down, voice low. You fought for your designs, Garrett. Now fight for us. We sit raw, unraveling years of distance. It's messy, no quick fixes, but it's real. Tucker texts. We good, I reply. Getting there. Hank's safe, his hug fierce. The fifth twist comes Sunday. I'm on site digging into Pinnacle's specs when April calls. Garrett, it's Nora. Nora Tate, our CFO, who turned on me. She's talking to OSHA, claiming you approved the flawed specs. My blood runs cold. Nora's flipping the script, painting me as the mastermind. I meet April at a diner, her eyes blazing. She's lying, she says, showing Nora's emails to Kane, plotting to frame me. We need to expose her. I nod, the fight reigniting. Let's end it. Monday, I meet Elise Carter, the Horizon whistleblower, at a park. She's got more. Owen's been siphoning funds from Horizon to Pinnacle, betting on my protocols to cash out. Owen's the puppet master, Elise says. The sixth twist hits. Owen, not Casey, is the syndicate's head. I hand Elise's docs to Clara, who's stunned. Owen's out, she says. We're rebuilding with you. I nod, but my mind's on Nora. Tuesday, I confront Nora at her condo, door locked. You framed me, I say, showing the emails. She laughs cold. You're too righteous, Garrett. I had to slow you down. My fists clench. Why? She leans in, eyes sharp. Power. Pinnacle offered more than you ever could. I walk out, her betrayal await. I send the emails to OSHA, sealing her fate. Weeks later, I'm foreman, my protocol's stronger, my crew whole. Casey's facing trial, Owen's gone, Nora's under investigation. But I'm not crowing. I'm rebuilding sites, trust bonds. One night, I met the Iron Horse April beside me. A text. Nice play, Winslow. Watch your back. No name, but it's Kane. My pulse spikes, but I shut my phone. April's hand finds mine. Did I fight too hard or not enough? Should I forgive April or let her go? Rebuild trust or walk away. You're here because this story meant something. Don't scroll away without leaving a thought in your subscription. Revenge with Luke is where real stories find their voice, and yours.